Hey there friends, it's Dominique from the Pixie Planner. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing and becoming part of our community. If you are a follower of mine, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me in another planner review. So I have here the Shelly 2020 planner, and this is another planner that I am just so excited about reviewing with you. Ashley herself reached out to me not too long ago and asked if I would be interested in taking a look at her planner. And Amanda from Amanda's Favorites has done many reviews on this planner, and it's one of the first places I saw it and instantly thought it was just an absolutely wonderfully designed planner and one that I highly recommend you check out for 2020. So let's first start by taking a look at the cover here. So we have a nice kind of glossy finish. This is going to be something very easy to wipe up if you get a mark or a scuff on here. And we have silver binding and corners here. All of her planners do have the silver O-wire and the reinforced corners. This one, if I am remembering correctly, is a design that she did herself, that she painted. And I love the look of watercolor and just hand-drawn flowers, and I think this is just a stunning design. Very, very beautiful and professional looking too. So I'm going to read off online what I have here for the dimensions. So the size of the planner, including the O-wire, is 7¼ inches wide by 9¼ inches tall. So a very nice portable planner. I'll actually hold it next to, I have an ERIN CONDREN here. I will hold it next to the ERIN CONDREN so that way you can just see a difference. So it's definitely going to be more portable. The width is just a little bit more narrow. Height is pretty much the exact same. So a little bit more portable, which I really appreciate when it comes to planners. I certainly am someone who enjoys being able to bring it everywhere with me, and this is one of those that I feel is light enough as well. I believe it's 1.5 pounds for the weight, so it's not going to be crazy heavy on your shoulder as you're carrying it in your bag. So let's take a look at the thickness of the planner itself. I mentioned in a couple of my previous planner reviews that I'm not crazy about planners that are thin with larger O-rings. It makes it a little bit challenging for me to write into the center of the planner, especially like when you get to the Wednesdays and Thursdays sections, depending, of course, on what layout you have. So this is a little bit larger O-ring, and we'll just have to kind of see when I open it up how it feels, as if I was going to write in it. But I am wondering if this might be a little bit cumbersome, at least for me, to write in because of the O-ring here being a little bit bigger than I would like. But overall, it is a very nice thin planner. Again, that just adds to the portability of it. And the binding itself is super sturdy. Like, this is a nice, firm coil, and I really like that a lot. I wouldn't be as worried about throwing this in my my carry bag and, worried about damaging it. So the front here, when we open it up, we have a nice pocket, and this is a really thick, like sturdy pocket. I'm impressed with the texture of it. A lot of the times these planners have pockets that feel very flimsy to me, and I would be worried about stuffing it. This is super thick and sturdy. Then you have here a nice, it's already built into the planner. You can't remove it. You certainly could if you wanted to cut little slits in the plastic here. That way you can kind of pull it out and pop it back in. But it's already in the planner. It's a nice clear pocket here. And she does provide a little set of stickers. So that is really a great addition to the planner. And I always appreciate having extra storage. I wish ERIN CONDREN still had her clear pocket that came in the Life Planner. I think that was just an absolute fantastic accessory, and I'm sad that she got rid of it. But this is fantastic. I love, love, love that. And as far as the paper quality goes, according to the website, it is 80-pound paper, and it feels really, really thick. It's not super smooth. It does have a little tiny bit of texture to it, but it feels just really nice and thick. Then at the bottom corner, I'll kind of bring this a little closer here. At the bottom corner here, you can see there's a little perforated section. So that way, as you're making your way through the planner, you can peel that bottom off, and it's like a built-in bookmark. So if I've gotten, so far and all of that is peeled off, I can just kind of grab and flip right to the day that I'm on. So I think that is a really fun touch. Then you go into planner tips from Ashley. On the right hand side, you have your inspiration board, so you can kind of tape in any pictures that you want to inspire you on your goals, or just write in your word of the year and values. There's a lot of different things that you can do with this section, so that's always nice to have in your planner. Then you go into important contacts, favorite meal ideas. Now this is something that I won't use. I'm not someone who does meal planning and meal prepping, so I might just go ahead and washi tape over that and just kind of make up my own list here for something else. But I know that a ton of us out there really enjoy meal planning and keeping track of those meals that really hit home with the family. So nice to have that in the very front. Then you have your 2020 planning overview. So I love pages like this to keep track of things that happen maybe more quarterly for me, or once or twice a year, like when I have to get my car registration renewed, or the oil change, or if I have a quarterly fee. I love using these pages for things like that maybe can really slip your mind easily, because it's not something that's reoccurring and it's not something you're always looking out for. So love the planning overview. And then you go into the yearly overview for 2020, 21, and then the holidays here on the right hand side. I would go ahead and highlight the holidays that I actually have off. That way it really stands out to me. And then in her planner, she doesn't have actual like dashboards or quotes like you would normally see in the ERIN CONDREN, where they have a nice quote with the monthly tab. So this is something where it's just going to be straight to the point. So after your holidays, you go right into your first monthly spread. So first of all, what I really, really love is that she has lines in her monthly view. I am a little bit OCD with writing in my monthly view because I like to have things nicely lined up and organized. So this makes me very happy. It's going to be one of those things, of course, like everything else. It's going to work great for some and not so great for others, but I really enjoy that the lines make things a little bit more neat when you're looking at your monthly view. And there's so much space here. There is no wasted real estate in this monthly view. So the boxes are very, very roomy, considering the size of the planner. Then you have here on the left the little note section along with the previous month and the following month. Now going back to my comment about the width of the coil here, this is where it can be a little bit tricky for a lot of people, with it being such a prominent hump when you're wanting to write, not so much on the right hand page if you're a right hand person. But when you come into Tuesday, like this is kind of, it's quite a hump there. So this would be a little bit cumbersome in my opinion to write in. Luckily, I'm not in my monthly view very often. Once things are written there, it's written in there and I don't have to really mess with it again. So it's not that big of a deal, but something that I just like to point out because I do know and I hear people comment a lot about coils being too big with some of the planners. Then when we flip past the monthly page, we go straight into your creative spread here where you can kind of keep track of the things that are on your mind, what you're grateful for, things that you want to work on for the upcoming month to really keep your spirits high, positive outlook, what creates happiness in your life. And then you can also go into goals that you're going to be working on for this month. So I think this is a really fun spread just to kind of kick off the month with a real high to get yourself set and your mind ready to really make the best of the month to come. And this is fun to look back on as well each month. Some planners that have reflection sections can be a little overwhelming for a lot of people. And I can certainly get overwhelmed with some of the questions and the reflections of planners. So I like that this is just very to the point. I want to make sure that I'm keeping gratitude in mind. I want to make sure that my values are, at the front. I'm taking care of myself. I'm working on my goals. So this just really covers everything. I think this is a really, really great page. Then following the creative spread, you go into some note pages. So we have one column here, one column next to it. So two separate columns. Then one full page of notes, and then it goes right into your week. Now, straight off, I am very excited that each day has the same amount of space, and she provides a note section. It drives me nuts when a planner doesn't have a note section in the weekly view because that is when I really need to make notes of things. So I really appreciate that she gives a nice note section there. You can keep track of your word of the month. And then on the left-hand side of each day, you have your timed tracker. So this is to keep track of all your appointments, events. And then to the right, you have here tick boxes for your to-dos. So it's a nice combination of having an hourly layout as well as a daily to-do list. So you kind of get the best of both worlds with this particular planner. I am definitely a list maker, but of course, when those appointments pop up, I want to make sure I can organize them and have them really stand out from my list. So we have, again, equal space for every day of the week, and it follows through just like that for the entire month. So flipping through here, I will just quickly show you again that there are no actual dashboards or quotes. So this is the very last week of January. Then you go right into the monthly for February. And so every single month ends and goes into the next monthly spread. And the colors here do match, the monthly colors do match the tabs and actually the weekly as well. So this is for the remaining days of March. That still matches up with March. So I really appreciate that she keeps that cohesive as well. And as I had mentioned in the beginning, you have those perforated corners here. And I think that's just going to be really fun to be able to tear off the corner after each week is complete and just have that bookmark available. When you're flipping through, you might notice that some of the pages are kind of sticking together, and it's just because of how it was cut through with the perforation there. It just catches a little bit, but works absolutely fine when you just kind of separate the pages out. I'll kind of show you here how it kind of gets stuck, but again, it's just the perforation, so nothing to worry about with that. Then we get to the back, and for the final week of December, let me flip all the way. So we do have those note pages after every single monthly spread. It goes into that creative spread and then into your note pages, followed by the week. So you do have that with every single month. So you have plenty of note space for every single month. And then it follows into a little bit more note space. There's about 10 pages in the very back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10. And there's no pocket in the back here. It just ends like so. I think this is definitely nice amount of note space. I am not someone who keeps tons and tons of lists in my planner. So this is a great amount for myself. But at the same time, you know, you do have those note pages available at the beginning of each month. So when that's spaced out among the planner, it really is a good amount of notes pages that you have available to you. So this overall has such a sturdy feel. The paper is nice and thick, and I'm really, really pleased with the quality of it. Again, I am super excited that she includes this clear pocket here in the planner and this super sturdy pocket in the very front. I would have no worries about stuffing that. And if you do want to use stickers in a planner like this, this is when the larger coil can be your friend, because as the stickers bulk up the planner, it will still close nicely since the coil gives you enough room. So as the year goes on, this coil really should not be quite as problematic. It's not necessarily problematic, but it may not be quite as much as a bother if you are someone who uses stickers or sticky notes, anything that's gonna bulk up this planner. That's when you're gonna be happy that the coil is a little bit bigger. So I hope you enjoyed this review of the 2020 Ashley Shelly planner. I am going to leave a link down below. She was kind enough to provide me with a coupon code that I am going to be sharing with you guys for $5 off your planner. So check that out down below. And again, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I will see you again soon in my next video.